Well, good evening, and welcome to the first live edition of the Other Side of the Ball for 2025. Double A coming to you live from World Headquarters, and so far it's just me, myself, and I. As we are counting down towards February the 1st and the 2nd for the 2 day Winter War coming to you live from Matter Academy. Again, that is February the 1st and the 2nd. Then, of course, as you know, March 16th, the journey begins yet again to crown another A7FL champion for the 2025 season. And of course, the question coming into everybody's mind, or the question that everyone has on their mind, is can the Insomniacs join the Patterson U at the table as the second team to win three A7FL championships? And can the Insomniacs continue to make history by becoming the first team to three-peat as national champions? Eventually, we will count down the top 50 players of 2024 when we do have a full panel. I'm hoping to be joined momentarily by Corey Hammond, but in the meantime, I'll just carry until he gets on. In the meantime, normally Chris Vera, who normally joins us on the show, he is on assignment and won't be with us tonight. And again, let us be the latest to wish you guys a very happy new year and a happy 2025, and definitely hope that your 2025 will be more prosperous and blessed than 2024, if you will, here from all of us here at the other side of the ball, at the other side of the ball network. Definitely also hope you guys had a very good Christmas. As the last two Wednesdays, we were preempted by the holidays, but now starting the new year, things are starting to kick into high gear as it is almost time to throw it off once again with the A7FL. And joining us from the Green Garden State and perfecting his hair is our relative quarterback of the league, the one, the only Mr. Corey Hammond. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year. How's 2025 treating you?
Well, I mean, we're only 8 days in, but so far it has been very, very windy. But also, while we're here, let us be the latest to wish our best thoughts to those that are battling the fires in Los Angeles, California. I know some have had to evacuate their homes, so your guys are definitely in our thoughts and prayers. And please, please, please be careful out there. Protect your loved ones. Also, protect your animals, protect your pets. Definitely want
Yeah,
to
it's
send that out real quick. But
yeah, it's day what? It's day 8,
day 8.
and we've had 3 horrible situations, rampant fires, and a what some would call a MAGA civil war. But I digress.
Well, how's
What is your to start the show off? What is your A7FL resolution? What either for yourself or projecting upon somebody else, what do you claim is your 2025 resolution for the A7FL?
if I had one? Probably to have a consistent replay like you guys. I guess that would be more of a
Yeah, that'd be
wish.
fun.
I guess that'd be more of a per se, more of a wish than as a resolution per
We could
se.
turn it. We could turn it. We could turn it into a wish type of situation.
But I mean, I just would like to see more continued growth from the league. I mean, obviously, having bits on the Pat McAfee show is awesome. Uh, I mean, obviously, more recognition. The more recognized this league gets, the more better it is for us. So definitely want to see that for sure.
Yeah, we're from the people that I talk to that are kind of above my head, above your head. Um, there's a lot of almosts, right? We're talking to a lot of people that are getting close to the place where we've kind of been aiming towards, and I think a lot of times you'll see players and fans around the league, specifically players that are no longer relevant, I'll say, They have these ideas that they think are going to be the thing because they just, everybody wants to be, to frame it positively, everybody wants to help. You got guys like Keels, whose best contribution to the A7FL. What's up? Knox is making an appearance in the new year, and it's live with 2-5. And I don't know if that's his number, his jersey number anymore, or a shout out to the new year.
2-5. Check your email. I sent the link to both your emails. Check both your emails, buddy.
Yeah, man. Just you know the drill. Do the drill. But you have guys that are saying like, oh, I don't have a personal vendetta against Corey Hammond or anything, but we should be trying to get interns at colleges to call these games. Well, unfortunately, the broadcast teams are some of the things that are reviewed positive by the higher ups and the potential investors. So I don't know if that's the way to go.
I'll send again. Hold on.
But what I will say is, if you want to help the league, just continue the momentum, right? Don't be like the Kenny Macks of the world that are just basically using this league to enjoy themselves. If you do enjoy yourself while you play in this league and are a part of it, continue to push it forward by working hard. Either if you're a player, just getting better, and that goes for some of the teams that want to see some of the success that some of our other teams are. If you're a player and you have any type of kind of social media or outreach, just keep grinding, because the thing is it's like that meme where the guy's digging in the mine and he stops right before he hits it. If you keep grinding, this league is pretty close to breaking through. Now, I don't know what breaking through means, but for a New Year's resolution, having consistent replay, Dub, I think that's spot on. Now, go ahead.
One thing I would like to see for you is I would like to see you experience a Victory Monday this season. I know the last 2 seasons have not been.
It's funny. That's probably what mine should be, right?
It should be. I mean, you would think.
Well, I think what people that have followed my career very closely, since they've been a part of this league, specifically some of our fans here in Vegas and around the other divisions, they don't know that I have still to this day more wins as a starting quarterback than Scott Hamilton and Jeremy Geary and what's his first name? D Fox combined. So although the last 2 years, not great, I still have more victories than those guys. So do they have, does Scott Hamilton have the ones that matter and I don't? Absolutely. And he deserves all the credit.
Again. Check your email, buddy.
But, it has been a little bit of time since I've been able to, wake up with all that pain and have maybe a reason for doing so, I guess, with the dub. But it also just goes to show you that I'm not, like one of these people that just latch on to some of the winning teams because they're scared of being responsible for the wins and losses of the teams that they play for. And I don't know, since I've been in this league, since, a lot of our players were in middle school, I would say I have a very high winning percentage if you go against the spread. A7FL just dropped a highlight of me in one of my performances against the U this past year, and I shouldn't look for participation trophies. But taking that Renegades team and throwing for almost 300 yards against the U, I would love to see some of our, more safe decision making, where we choose to play type players achieve a feat of that sort, and be able to say it with their full chest. But enough about me. Nobody gives a shit about Corey Hammond's career. It's definitely past twilight. I don't know if it's what you would call maybe the next morning of my career as I just kind of drag along. But I got some things in store hopefully this year that will be exciting. Maybe we'll drop those news tidbits later on in the preseason. But to kind of jump into this new year with this show, let's talk a little bit about a current event rapidly approaching, in which the Winter War. Now, if you wanted a full fall season and you're not able to participate, shame on you. It's your fault, Vegas guys. But you will get that same action just condensed into one weekend. What are you excited to potentially see in an A7FL showcase rapidly approaching us, even as we are excited for the new spring season? We got some A7FL football coming up fast. Dub, what are you looking forward to calling that weekend?
Just seeing the guys get back on the field and doing what they do best, and just showing off their athleticism. Just the and just the fact of just being back in the booth, just be able to call it is really the main thing that I'm looking forward to see, because it's the fun part of the job per se.
Yeah.
Being behind the mic and just watching you guys do what you do. Like I said, without the players, we don't have a platform to do this podcast or get the opportunity to broadcast games. So just to see the guys back out there and just competing at the highest level and preparing themselves for the upcoming season on March 16th, which again, check all your listings of where you can watch, stream, subscribe to. That is the A7FL. So real quickly, while we got it here is the Winter War banner. So it's $1,000 starting cash prize. Again, it will take place on the 2nd and the 1st of February, which it'll come by quick. So it'll be full A streaming commentary. It is let me make it bigger here. It is A7 tackle rules.
Okay.
With the throw off.
Right.
It is 2 20-minute halves, so it's not a full 60 minutes as it normally would be during the national season. So you have a 45-second play clock for conversions, 45-second play clock for the throw-off. You'll have a 5-minute halftime, and you'll have a 2-minute warning for each half. It is A7 tackle rules. Again, $1,000 team registration. 25 players is the max for each roster. $1,000 starting cash prize, but $250 per team is added to the cash prize. So, for players that have already registered, if you registered by 12/28 of 2024, you qualify for free Nevada health insurance for 2025. It is A7 equivalent. Uniforms required. No sticks, no change. It's a first down every 20 yards. And, of course, it'll come to you once again located at Matter Academy in Las Vegas. And, of course, all that and more. You can click on that QR code or scan it, and it will take you to A7FLNevadaNV.com, and it will give you all the information and details. But this is not just for Nevada people, only for those that play across the nation in the A7. If you want to come down for this weekend and participate, all the info is there. It's up to you. All we can do is just give the information. It's just up to you if you want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, joining us back on the show. Good to see him. 2-5, what's happening, brother? Welcome back, brother.
Has it been a long time? Has it been a long time?
I think the last
anytime without just too long, man. Anytime without just too long.
I think the last time you joined us was episode 100 when we were playing one of the greatest segments in history of the show.
What look at guys don't want to register. Well, Zelly, you could probably.
What's been going on? How you guys been?
Been good, but first off, good to see you back. But secondly, more important, did Junior have a good birthday? That's the important question.
Oh yeah, Junior had a great birthday. Of course.
That's good. That's good to see and good to hear. But what's been going on with you, man? Good to see you. It was good to see you back out on the field, back on the 7th of December, as you doing what you do, playing the game to your highest capabilities. Other than that, just it's good to see you back live, man. We certainly haven't forgotten about you, and it's just good to be in your presence.
Of course. Come on now, Deb. You know, I'm not a man of too many words, you know.
Very
So
true. Very true. You
I
do keep
chill.
it. You do keep it close to the vest, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nonetheless, it's good to see you back on.
Yeah,
Zelly
definitely.
is
Now
talking.
let's address this because I think what Zelly's saying is the crazy registration fee. I'm assuming it's a lot. Um, let's put it this way. And you guys, I'll just do it the Socratic way and ask some questions, and you guys kind of fill in for the fans and players. What's the biggest complaint that our fans and players have about the national A7FL regular season, guys? What do you think that is?
Well, I know for most fans, they really, really want
What
crossplay, and that's
exactly? So
and
if
that's been
you
talked about,
think
and that's been talked
right,
about
and
for
if
the last two
you think
seasons.
that the way that we get to that is by not having some of those things be covered by the community in which guys are playing. First of all, the jerseys, which are usually new, and if you don't need one, that gets waived from that fee, Zelly. Um, the jerseys are included in that registration. So what does the registration cover? It covers fields, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars nationwide. It covers the referees and all of the things that go into the production, which, if you ask division owners like Derek Duncan, it's not this you pay the registration and then all of a sudden these guys are wealthy because of one season of our league. What we're trying to do is make it as reasonable as possible, Zelly, but also include some of the things everybody's looking for. So if you put it this way, and $25, which to be clear, all of our players are either spending that on a weekend on, I don't know, a bottle of E&J or a fucking bag of some green and some backwoods if you're
Hey,
specifically
E and
out in
J cheap
Maryland.
as
But that's what I'm saying. $25 for a year, and everybody puts into that. You know what that might? No one said anything. Well, no, I'm not saying you are. You're not the only person, Zelly, that has this come up. But if everybody were put into an extra $25 than what the previous year was, with the amount of guys that play in our league, guess what? That's going to help bring some of these the cross divisional games to fruition, which everybody wants to see. Nobody, I think, that's a fan of this league. It's not just $25, but it's not like last year it was a free registration, Zelly. So I'm not going to go into the semantics and the specifics of it. I'm just saying hypothetically, it's not that much more than it was in previous years. And by the way, I think if you register early, there is a promo code. So look for that. Keep your eyes peeled. But the fact is if we get a little bit more of a minuscule upfront investment from the people that want to be a part of our league, instead of having to pay for a plane ticket to go and play some other team, now we could actually try to amass a way to get guys cross divisions. The West always fine to travel, but we can speak. Listen, if we're going to turn this into the West versus everybody else, sure, cool. That's great. By the way, the West is the only division that you can't really realistically drive to as a team. Florida and Ohio in their first division in the National League had to drive to each other. Florida to Ohio, Ohio to Florida. They did the thing. They didn't complain about anything. So good for Vegas, Zelly. Good for you because you're a great guy and a good player. But to your point, what's with the registration? Listen, the Insomniacs, just like every other team that's ever won a championship in this league, are looking as if they're owed money for what they bring to the table. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys know who the Pennsylvania Immortals are and who makes up their roster? No. They won a championship. They left. Nobody gave a shit. The A7FL kept ticking on. And now we have teams like the Insomniacs, right, that start with an I, and nobody cares about Matt Riddick. Nobody cares about Alcya Gross. Nobody cares about all of those guys unless they're on one of the other rosters. So if you want this league to continue to push forward, like I was saying kind of earlier, let's keep grinding. Let's keep pushing towards that, because I think everybody on this panel would love to see what would happen if a Sikwidit, for instance, played like a Patterson U or the Baltimore Watchman, or if the new look Crush got an opportunity against, let's say, the Vegas Force, to see what the middle of the road Vegas teams look like against other competition, because obviously the Insomniacs have, dominated in both of their championships, winning those games, dominating the entire game, for I guess a couple seconds of those games each. So if we want to see this league grow, it is incumbent on the people that are most invested into this league to drop, like I said, what most guys would drop on a weekend on something relatively inexpensive, right? And no. Zelly, listen, I am not – you're the one who's talking to us, so I appreciate that, number one. Number two, I'm not singling you out as the person making all of these claims, but I'm just going over through the hypotheticals of what happens every year. If you look at the captain's chat, the guy's name in the captain's chat is Marcus Stark. That is not what his name is, yet this is now the 13th year in a row that he is claiming that for some reason the team that he represents should have to pay zero because of the value of the brand that person brings. And obviously, if it's 13 years, it's not a guy from Vegas. So this is not a Zelly Daniels only claim. But listen, you guys, if you play in this league, whether it's the Vegas guys, Baltimore guys, Ohio guys, New Jersey guys from fucking other states that just somehow find a way. I know there was a guy that was playing for the OTT. Guy was living in Arizona, right? If you sign up for a flag tournament, guess what you're going to have to fucking do to secure those fields? You're going to have to pay a little bit. And you're getting a league that's nationally televised. Get on your people, Corey. Who are my people? Right? I got a ticket to the cookout, so I know you don't mean that. Right, Knox? What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? In 2025, I guess you got to be careful. The MAGAs won, so I can't act like that. I do not associate with any of those people. But listen, I love this league. If we can get people to register in Florida, bro, that could be a great division. Guess what? When they don't register, you know what I hear from the guys in Florida, from the Woody Ness Charleses of the world, right? That their field is shit. Well, guess what? If you had 4 teams to register, then we'd be able to get better fields. What happened in Vegas? You guys had a field. Shit popped off. It happens, right? And then all of a sudden you're scrambling and trying to be able to put together a product so that everybody can enjoy themselves. Part of that starts with the registration and the commitment up front by the people that are involved. And if all the people behind the scenes are putting in their money, their time, and their effort to give this to us as players, the least that we can do is literally sign up and register. And by the way, if you did it early enough for the Winter War, you would have also health insurance. And when Trump has Congress vote out Medicaid and Medicare, and it gets rid of Obamacare, you'll be happy for that. But it's a little too late anyway. Knox, welcome to Fox News. No, I'm sure.
What's going on? Shit, I'm over here just like, okay, well, nothing's changed. Corey still can talk. I'm listening, though. You talking some good shit. You talking some good shit.
Listen,
I'm listening.
If anything, I fill up time and I create conflict. And if you've ever studied media, I'm just
listening. Hey, that's a new headset. Huh?
Now,
That's a new.
now it is 2-5 for real. Now
Yeah.
we're live with 2-5 in 2-5. So I asked Dub what his New Year's resolution, and he's looking for a better replay situation in Nevada. What is Knox looking forward to in the 2025 season? And it could be for you, it could be for a team you're involved in. I know you're the division manager. I know that you're looking to wear multiple hats, let's say. What's your 2025 resolution for the A7FL season?
Just to continue to see it grow. Continue to see teams form and actually put out good product for people to understand what the league used to be and what the league is coming to. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, televised games, live on YouTube, live on whatever channel is in their local, whatever. That's pretty, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty dope. So it's one of those where you want to see the league continue to grow and to see the appreciation, but to see people get brought in. There's a lot of talent out there. It's a lot of talent out there, and they don't know about the league. So because they don't know about the league sits where it's at. There's people out there.
And even last year, the rookie class of last year, Zelly Daniels is one of those guys. You got what's the guy's name from the lineman Lugo from Siquidit? You got Jeremy Rivas, the linebacker that played middle linebacker for the Insomniacs to a high degree of skill and fury at times.
I was going to say, is that your way of apologizing? Because he was on your ass.
First of all, pause. I don't think he swings that way. Second of all, if you talk to the grown man and ask him, I think that whole situation. I did miss the episode afterwards, and I do apologize. I had shit that
I'm talking about.
No, I know the Facebook post.
That's it. I don't know shit about what happened on any episodes or nothing.
Oh no! Well, it was from an episode in which I was calling people out, and specifically, if we want to be specific, the guys that were calling out were the backups on the Insomniacs. Last I checked, Jeremy Rivas is not a backup, and he did not join the Insomniacs to kind of chip chase. He was recruited. He was involved. And the misunderstanding, just to put it out into the ether, and him and I actually talked directly. That's how men handle shit, right? Everybody tries to go onto Facebook and shoot their garbage at me and think that it's going to be any more than just the same internet troll that I do, and then they get quiet a lot of times, and you know who I'm talking to. When I bring up that if they want to try to denigrate the league that they're a star in, and say that it's only for fun, well, guess what? You shouldn't be involved because you're really not that important. Nobody cares about you, and if you don't care about it yourself, then you're wasting people's time and money. But for Jeremy specifically, I spoke to him directly as a man, and what he misunderstood is because I used his name when I was getting spicy, and I said, if you want to be like Jeremy Rivas, who earlier in the episode in question was asking where he was on the linebacker list, or if he could watch the linebacker list. And because he was mentioned in the linebacker list, he didn't fall into the category of guys that I was kind of calling out, which were, hey, if you want to be a guy on one of these top 7 lists that gets name recognition for being a good player, don't be a willing backup and be scared to put your name and your ability on the line for one of the competing teams, because no one's saying that RTC should go and branch out and go back to the force because he's chip chasing with the Insomniacs. No, guess what? Hey, what's up, Cam? Guess what? He is an established starter from the Insomniacs, and they're probably their most important player. Everybody loves to talk about Kenny Mack. I would argue Kenny Mack's not even necessarily the best lineman on that line, because when you watch the film, sometimes Oos is the one who stands out. Now, Kenny Mack is an awesome offensive lineman, but cool. You're not RTC. You can't replace what Anthony Wilkerson does for the Insomniacs. You probably could, at least in division, replace what Kenny Mack does as a lineman that shows up, 75% of the time. But what I was saying is the guys that are backups on teams like the Insomniacs, teams like the Watchmen, not just the Vegas problem, teams like BIC. Look what happened in the championship game. A guy that switched over from being a starter and a potential star for the Animals, Isaac Gomez, Baby Joker, goes to BIC and becomes the scapegoat of their championship run because he couldn't make a tackle on a 3-on-1 because he wasn't a fucking starter, right? So if you want the Jeremy Revis beef, I'll say, and why he wanted to potentially, physically assault an old man.
I don't think it was that serious.
No,
it wasn't that serious.
It was a Facebook thing. I mean, like,
yeah.
Listen, you know how much shit is talked on Facebook that doesn't really come to fruition? Now, I don't know. So, I said something about being in Baltimore talking shit, and somebody was talking about Detroit like it mattered. You don't live in Detroit, buddy. But the thing is that, number one, the thing that I was saying, I will stand behind. I will call out people with a lot of talent that hide behind the starters on a good team so that they can say that they win, right? The biggest knock on me is that I keep losing games. Well, guess what? I could have been the backup for Sterry Codrington on BIC 3 years ago. I'm not about that life. I ain't no bench riding bitch, even in my almost 40 years old. I'd rather lose with guys that want to go to war with me and fight with a shitty offensive line. Corey, whose jersey you got on this time? This is not a jersey. If anybody could tell me what this is in reference to.
Oh, he's wearing Scott Summers' outfit.
That's right. And since some of the people listening are my sons, we could call you Cable. No, I can't call anybody my sons. I can't call anybody my sons until I get wins.
So is that the original X-Men uniform shirt that you're wearing, sir?
No, the original X-Men uniform is Scott with the all blue, and he's got the helmet, not just the visor. Right. This is the original 1995 X-Men cartoon. Oh, yes. Shout outs to Jordan Davison. He gets a lot of shit and is one of the most criticized athletes in our league, and he still keeps grinding and coming back for more. Now, I want to see more output on the field, but he knows a lot more about this league than a lot of the people that have been a bigger part of it, let's say, for longer.
He does put a study in. You got to respect that for sure.
But yeah, so kind of put a cap on my little rant, and just to recap one of the more fiery moments, and then Chris is in the back there. I do not necessarily associate myself with Corey. I'll put this out there, Knox. Would you rather be the starting tight end for Sickwit and not necessarily have beaten the Insomniacs in the playoffs and get to travel to New Jersey to dominate the BIC in a 1-point victory with the lead for 17 seconds? Or would you have rather been a role-playing backup for the Insomniacs and won the championship? It's not a bad question because, there's no wrong answer. It's just an opinion.
What was the first one?
Starting defensive end tight end for Sickwit, not win against the Insomniacs head-to-head. Role-playing backup for the Insomniacs, not a starter on either side of the ball. Gets in when you can. Not that you're worse than Schwenk or some of their DNs, but, it's a rotation. There's so many guys. Everybody's got to get their little, spot in the sun. And then be a champion as a role player, as opposed to being the guy for a team that isn't the chip winner, or being one of many of the guys that actually wins it in the end.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not for being nobody's backup that I know I'm better than. If I know I'm better than them, I'm not willing to go be a role player and sit there and watch some shit happen. Again, I take my loss as a loss by knowing I did my shit. You feel me? At the same time, there's different ways to show that you're a role player without necessarily having to do certain shit, which is how I ended up taking over the 3-on-1. Because once it became about the 3-on-1, there was nobody that could really fuck with it. You feel me? I took it and I made that mine. So it's like that was my way in the sense of becoming that backup player. You feel me?
Well,
But
listen, if you're on a team and exactly, if you're on a team and you're contributing positively to wins, and that's your role, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think the
yeah,
guys, I think the guys that I'm like specifically calling out are the third and fourth corners, for instance, for the Baltimore Watchmen, because they have such a deep defensive backfield. They rotate heavier. um, never mind. I was going to make a Scott McCorkle type joke. Anyway, uh,
Where are you
but
at,
but
Scotty? You need to get you back on here. Where are you
he's
at?
in Asgard.
I know.
This time of year, he's not outside enough, so his skin is translucent. That Irish
He's in the Bifrost.
heritage.
He's in the Bifrost.
You could probably see his vascular system through his translucent skin at this point. Is he full?
Is he what? So ask that again, Corey.
you froze like you had to fart.
Well, hopefully Corey will be back on, but here it's episode 117 of the other side of the ball, Double A, and proud to once again have back in the fold live with 2-5 back in the building. Always good to see the bro back in here as we were just talking about some things. I guess you can call this a New Year's resolution edition of the other side of the ball, and what resolutions or goals and or wishes we would like to see for the upcoming 2025 season. As Zelly comes in and as he is, don't do that. She was shooting her shot. Of course, making reference to one of the greatest segments we ever had when 2-5 went in on Cam's ex and was trying to
Oh,
get
that's
all
wild.
breaking. It was wild. But I mean, definitely 2-5 makes a very good point talking about no I rather be on a team to where I can help contribute and not in a sense ride the pine, which is a very good analogy, as we are preparing for February the 1st and February the 2nd. As again, for those that are just tuning in to watch us here, we'll do it one more time, coming up to you back here on the 1st and the 2nd of February. It is the 2-day Winter War, $1,000 starting cash prize, which again will take place the 1st and the 2nd of February at Matter Academy. It is A7 Tackle Rules. We'll have full streaming and commentary at Matter Academy. Actually, we'll be in the booth this year as the booth is finally built at Matter. Can't wait to see that. No more thinking I think the ball's at the 25 when it's at the 29. Because that was very not cool, if you will. But it is A7 Tackle Rules with throw off. It's 2 20-minute halves with running clock, 45-second play clock for conversions, 45-second play clock for throw off, 5-minute half times, and you get 2 2-minute warnings each half. Again, team registration $1,000, 25 players, the max on the roster, $1,000 starting cash prize, $250 per team added to the cash prize. Of course, if you did already register by the 28th of December back in 2024, you qualify for free Nevada health insurance in 2025. A7 or equivalent uniforms required. So yes, you can wear your flag uniforms if you don't have an A7 uniform per se. No sticks, no chains. First downs is every 20-yard line. Of course, if you want to know more, you can click on the QR code that's on the bottom of your screen. It will take you to www.a7flnv.com. And that's the 2-day Winter War cash prize going on here in 2025. And yes, it's going to be played at the same location Spring was. Matter did do some Madison Mater did do some construction after our season was over, so they do have a press box. So even though being on the field was great and you got some great insights and you heard a lot of contact and smacking, it'll be good to actually be back in a press box to where you can actually see what's going on and not say, well, I think he's at the 30. No, he's at the 35. Okay, I'm 5 yards off. That kind of messes with the rhythm. But yes, it will be a Matter Academy, and yes, it will be streamed. You will hear myself and Chris and possibly 2-5 in the booth at Matter, uh, calling this 2-day tournament. And then, of course, as mentioned earlier in the show, it all comes to a head back on the 16th of March as season number 11 of the Ace NFL will once again be in your airwaves all across the globe, all across the U.S., whatever channels you may find it on. But definitely appreciate you watching. Um, definitely interesting to see what will transpire and take place for this upcoming season. But 2-5, what other things would you like to see as far as progress for the league in 25 and beyond?
Uh, I like to see the guys taking it more serious as far as exposing themselves with in connections with the league. So people know more about the league. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they're posting their pictures or they're posting a film or whatever, they're hashtagging or adding, you know what I'm saying, the A7. So that way those links or those pictures or whatever is also linked to the league for those that potentially might wanna come aboard, or for those that have heard about it and might want to invest, but they don't necessarily know where their money would go. These guys speak for themselves; they speak for the league. So we all speak for the league, but it's only so much that the everybody can do as far as the list of names that you can name. You just want to start to see more from, again, the players that know that they're going to be associated with the league for however many years to come or seasons to come, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what you want to see.
Very well said. Very well said. Now, will you still be also handling the role of division manager? Is that still part of your one of the many caps that you wear? Are you still
I don't even wear many caps. That's really the only cap that I had. I wasn't playing. I didn't. I put, look. I put the little bug out there to see how people would feel about people that are in, let's just say, certain roles or wear certain hats if they still wanted to be a part of the game. But to see a lot of people's reaction, but then also knowing myself, I find more joy in the league with what I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the game is fun because it's football. Who doesn't love football, right? But at the end of the day, for me, it's like I find more joy making sure everything's, running how it should be, making
no?
sure the
You
guys got waters and all that shit. You know what I'm
you
saying? Making
definitely
sure, yeah, that shit's cool for me.
yeah, you definitely took a lot of pride, a lot of seriousness, and made sure that stuff was needing to happen to make sure that there was no other issues that Derek possibly had to stress about. You took care of that, and you definitely took a lot of pride in that. And I hope others can take from your example and apply that to their craft, whatever it may be. Because obviously, as I've said, as the league continues to grow, we all get to eat. I mean, I said that back in Bullhead City, 2 years ago. So I still believe in that concept. Um, but definitely one thing I would like to see improve is just, I guess, better restraints. We definitely don't want to have a situation like we had between the Chaos and the Watchmen in the playoff game that ended early back during the Final Four. Now, you know this better than I because 2-5 you've played the game, you've been in the field, and we know how intense and how a lot of trash talking commits on the field. It's just a part of the game. It's just the nature of the game. But I think what I would like to see is just better restraint because obviously, as we have talked about many a time, to possibly have this league get a national TV deal would be great for this league and would help elevate this league because, as I said earlier, before you hopped on, just the fact that we were on the Pat McAfee show on the Worldwide Leader, um, with those clips that we had that him and AJ Hawk was talking about talking about our league, which of course we appreciate. But I'm just saying, just getting more exposure like that um, could definitely help our chances of getting that ultimate goal of perhaps getting a national TV deal, which would be the ultimate for us to where globally they can see what this trending league is about. They can see why Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers said, "Give it 5 minutes." So I mean that's one thing I would like to see is just better composure and not you never want to see a Pier 6 brawl. Because that does leave a black eye in the league, and one thing I will compliment you on is you definitely did your part to make sure that that didn't happen out this way. You did everything you could to be that grievance for players to file on and to where you can give the feedback. So that's definitely something that I admire you for because I mean not a lot of people can do that, but you certainly had a way of doing it. So I just want to commend you, sir, on that fantastic job that you did this past season, national wise.
I appreciate it, Doug. Most definitely. Like I said, I took a lot of pride in it. You feel me? And then you could just see, in a sense, the appreciation that you get from the guys. You feel me? With knowing that whatever they bring my way or whatever, will definitely get at least brought up or we'll address it or we'll make sure, what I'm saying, it doesn't just get thrown under the table. So just going after what we had to deal with before, you just knew what players kind of expected, you feel me, or what they would want, which would make them more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And that's who doesn't want to play the game and be comfortable. You don't really want to have to walk on eggshells or just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's not going as smoothly as you would like. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool.
That it is indeed. Again, welcome to the other side of the ball, episode 117. Hard to believe that we are at 117 episodes of this show, but glad you're hanging out with us. Double A and 2-5 with you. Unfortunately, Corey had some technical issues, so he that's being worked on. So hopefully he will come back, but if not, he definitely will be back on with us next week. And we promise we will start the countdown of the top 50 players of 2024 as we went through the list of top position players for 2024, and we'll go over that again because I definitely would like to get 2-5 thoughts on what he saw um, on this list. So there we go with that. If I can find the doggone thing, scroll, 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 scroll. I think. Where is it? Okay, so when we started this list, um, we did top 7 returners, top 7 quarterbacks, defensive linemen slash linebackers, wide receivers, offensive linemen, running backs, and defensive backs. So, um, as we go, just do a little reviewing again. When they did returners, they had Coswell at number 7, Lavish at number 6, Webb at number 5, Tony Morgan at 4, Pack Money at number 3, still had Savion number 2, and they had Danye at number 1. And I can already see 2-5's reaction on his react. I can see the reaction. Go ahead and go in 2-5.
I'm pretty sure there was a vote. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it's not too many. It's not too many. It's not too many spots that uh, are out of order. You feel me? I just feel like it is maybe like one or two that should have definitely went a different way. You feel me? So it's like I don't know.
So if this was you,
This is all. What is this? This is all time. What is this? This is last season.
no.
What is this?
This was just the top 7 for 2024, the past season. Not all time. Not the all decade team that happened.
Yeah, then it's definitely a couple positions that were out of whatever, but that's neither here nor there. What about the next one?
All right, so as far as quarterbacks went for the top 7 of 24, Fox from the Force came in at 7. Huff from the U came in at 6, mainly because he was injured most of the year. Scotty came in at 5. David Tinder came in at 4. Buck came in at 3. JG at number 2 and Stereo at number 1. Now again, folks, this is just for the past season, not all time.
Oh no, do the top 5. Excuse me.
Top 7.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Forget 6 and 7. What was the top 5?
Okay, it was Scooter, David Tinder, OG Buck, Jeremy Geary, and Sterry. That's from 5 to 1.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
Next one was defensive linemen / linebackers. It was a tie at 7 between Trey Baskerville and Javi Grace. Calvin Lamback was at 6. Top 5 was Cunningham from the Insomniacs, Reeves from the Insomniacs, Ole Bell from BIC, Isaac Negron from the U, and Deontay Henderson at number 1. That was linemen / linebackers. And definitely, Zelly is encouraging you to speak your mind, 2-5.
I've been going too long, Zelly. I can't do that to the people just now, okay? But just know I'm back, all right? Just know I'm back. But first, yeah, let's just be a sponge, okay? We're gonna soak this all up, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
The
next list that took place was
after the motherfuckers. I don't know. You just know that somebody made these lists.
Next was wide receiver. And definitely Zelly is advocating for you to be able to play. I mean, there's certainly a lot of people that would advocate for 2-5 to come back and be the neutralizer or be whatever he wants to be. Because
a lot of people don't want. Look, this is the thing. Let's just be honest. People don't want me to play because they've already said that I would be, what does that say? Biased. Okay, they think I'm gonna become fucking Corey all of a sudden and just start fucking becoming this. Yeah, I don't know. You feel me? Where I'm gonna start having favoritism and I'm not gonna be who I am and all this other stuff. So it's like I can understand how that could become a conflict of interest for if I did choose to go to whatever team or play for whatever team. Now, not only am I advocate for my team, I'm an advocate for, everybody. And yeah, so even with that shit, once I heard everybody's like little reasons, I just left it alone and was like, yeah, I'm cool where I'm at. I don't even want to play no more for real. So I'm cool.
Well, there you have it, folks. But Zelly said it's no way you can affect the outcome of a game. And he's been talking all show long, so I just not bring him on the show. We got Mr.
Word.
Denzel Daniels in the house. What's going on, good sir? How are you? And
Good. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
And
Zelly, what up, man?
Let's
once
let's
again,
just
Happy
jump.
New Year to you.
Thank you. Let's jump right in it. Knox won't in any way affect the game, any outcome of the game. He knows how to be a player and then take the player hat off and put on his division leader hat. And he doesn't argue with anyone on the sideline. He controls the sideline. So how can he affect the game?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I mean, like I said, I've
Uh,
seen him. I have seen him put the fire out before the fire gets even started.
I've seen it as a player, with him being a player.
I've been the same person, right? I would say when I first even got into the flag shit or whatever, like I was like a little hothead, right? I was just like any other tackle person coming from tackle getting into the flag shit, right? But over the years, I learned how to finesse the game, right? I learned how to become me, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where, again, I know how to not do too much, and then I know how to do just enough, and then I know how, like Corey asked, how to be a role player, right? That's not a problem. You feel me? Again, I've even said I don't know how I would affect the game when it's like if you really knew it's not much to where I have a say so in really shit.
You
You
don't
know
have a
what
say
I'm
so at
saying?
all. You don't have a say so in making her telling her to make a call. Like if you was a
None.
ref, I understand that, but you're not. It's nothing you can do that can be biased or affect the game, especially if it's a game you're not playing.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. I just ended up going with it. It was like, fuck it. It's that big of a deal. Everybody has paragraphs worth of responses. I don't really want to go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious to me. You feel me? It's really not that serious to me. And then it's like I said, I find more enjoyment in the game, right? With being able to make sure that y'all cool. You feel me? Making sure shit, the refs know, hey, we're gonna stop this because we got this great fucking production that we talk about, right, or that we're working on. Hey, we're gonna rewatch this shit and we're gonna see about replays because it's a part of the shit. None of that shit really got communicated until you guys became upset about certain shit. Not you guys in general,
In general.
Insomniacs, but just with the league, with different plays that would happen. So once we finally, hey, okay, I can do this. Okay, hey, hold on. This is what we're going to do. Run this back so we make sure we do this correctly. And it has worked. You feel me? To where, again, like I said, to make shit like that happen, to make sure y'all got water, to make sure when it's hot, y'all got tents and they all put up and all that shit. I find more joy in that. You feel me? Because it's cool for me to see, like, whether
I
y'all
miss you throwing the
appreciate
ball
what
off to me though.
I feel. Zelly, the last time
I,
you got the ball from me, it was a get back, and I got it back.
no, never. The last one you threw to me was the
Zelly,
championship at Bonanza,
nope,
and
that wasn't
I
you.
listen, and
You were living through Gagne.
I attacked Southern, and got to and got past 2 yard line and went out of bounds, 100%.
But did you? Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
okay,
I can say I've never scored. I
because
never scored against you.
we've had this conversation,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if I've never gotten a get back from you. You sure?
Positive.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Zelly, think about this.
I am.
Think about this. Think about this. Think about how mad you were after it happened.
No. Wrong short brown person.
Mm-mm. The only people I've thrown to is you and Danye. That's it. And Cody.
And he's definitely
Both of them. Look. Both of them have made highlights on me, but you haven't. So if you haven't made the
I never
highlights,
scored.
bro, that's what I'm telling you. It was a get back. It's on film. I swear to God.
You gotta send it to me.
I gotta find it. It's on film. It happened. It was like when the Get Back rule kind of really first kicked off. And it was, I think it was even one of those type games. If it wasn't one of those type games, it was just a regular season game. And
Yeah, that
yeah,
game was
I got that
pretty
one
wild.
back for sure, for sure. And then you did some other shit after that, but nah, I definitely got one on you.
I got you
Either
too. I
way,
remember.
yeah, I got one. It was only one. I can't say
I
it was
gotta
more
check.
than one. That's why I can say I'm only bringing up one. Because I can't say, oh, it happened multiple times. No, just one time.
I
And I
gotta
know it
check,
happened.
man.
I know it
I gotta
happened.
check. I don't remember, but I'll check. I'm not taking your word for it, but I'll I'll check.
It's out there. It's out there. I don't know where it's at, but it's out there. It's some film, some out there. Because it was one of the games that I think is not even on YouTube.
I played 2 games against you.
Right. So the first one, it's not the one that's on YouTube. There's another game. There's
We
two
had the regular
games
season.
and the championship.
Yeah. Huh. No. Was did y'all play winter? Yeah, I did play winter. We
I
played that
don't,
twice that year.
I don't remember. I think
Oh,
so. Maybe, possibly.
it
Because
I
I only
think we
played in the winter and then
think we
the
played
spring.
we played twice. We think we played two regular seasons in the championship because we didn't
It's
have to play each other in playoffs.
if we're talking about fall brawl, I think it was one regular season game and then the
one
championship.
champion. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I know you guys played each other at least twice. I can't say it was 3 times. No, it was once because everybody had a bye week. Every team had a bye week. So you guys met one time in the regular season, and then one in the championship. Talking about fall brawl, 2023/2024.
I know it's one of it's not the game that's on YouTube or wherever it's at. I don't know, but it happened. But hey, Zelly, until you see you can say you're gonna find it. But to me, it happened already. I'm interested in seeing how you feel. How you feel about this up and coming winter war and what y'all doing this? How many guys playing?
Um, I
I got
know the team is playing, and my plan it's up in the air just because I want to be 100%. Um, and I'm not there yet, But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to March 16th. 16th,
Yes, March 16th.
and
Once again, for those that are inquiring, Season 11 gets underway March 16th in an area near you. Again, check your local listings for where games and times will be airing in your area. And of course, you've always got AceNFL.tv. Again, March 16th, Season 11, kicking off Season 11 of the American Sevens Football League.
I might play. It's not a guarantee. I might play. We'll see.
So, for the
Is just
team,
that one day? Is it or is it 2 days?
it's the first and the second.
Okay. Do you know like the breakdown of it?
Well, here we go. One more time.
Sorry.
No, no, you're good. This is why we keep making announcements for those that are inquiring. So again, it is the Winter War coming to you February the 1st and February the 2nd in Las Vegas at Matter Academy East on East Bonanza Road. Again, it will be $1,000 starting cash prize, full A7 streaming and commentary, A7 tackle rules with throw off, two 20-minute halves, 45-second play clock for conversions, 45-second play clock for throw off, 5-minute halftime, 2-minute warning for each half, A7 tackle rules, $1,000 team registration, 25 players max on the roster. Again, as mentioned, $1,000 starting cash prize, $250 per team added to the cash prize. Now, if you already registered and you did it by the 28th of December, you do qualify for free Nevada health insurance in 2025. A7 or equivalent uniforms required, no sticks and chains, first down every 20-yard line. Again, you can also scan that QR code on the bottom of this banner and it will take you to www.a7flnv.com to where it will give you more information for those that want to participate in the 2-day Winter War on February the 1st and the 2nd at Matter Academy, which of course turns into March 16th. Once again, season number 11 of the American Sevens Football League will take place in the Northeast, in Florida, in Nevada. Hopefully, it'll be back in California, in Los Angeles, which once again, our thoughts and prayers do go out to those affected by those fires in California. Guys, please, please, please be safe. Make sure your parents are okay. Make sure your pets are okay. Take care of yourselves out there. I definitely have some people that I know out there in the LA area. So, guys,
Yeah. Hope they're all right. I
thinking
guess
about you and praying for you.
my question was like, is like a pool play game? Like this was like what happened day one, what happened day two? Is it single elimination or is that still to be determined?
That is still to be determined. Hopefully,
Got
we'll
it.
get some more information about that leading up to it because obviously February will be here sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Considering that we're already in the 8th day of January
Yeah.
and we got two semifinal college games coming up tomorrow and on Friday, but that's a whole
Yeah.
other story for that particular thing. But
What is your hopes for both of you? What is your hopes for this year? I know you guys said like Corey. I know Corey asked that, but I'm asking as in like is there a certain team y'all looking at to see what they do? Like things of that nature.
well, if I'm looking out back on in the Northeast region, can the Silk City Animals jump into that BIC Patterson U tier?
Yeah.
Now that the Watchmen were given an early vacation, will this kind of put things in perspective and try to actually, be a cohesive unit?
Mhm.
Interesting to see that. Can David Tender handle the praise and recognition that he was been given this past offseason? How will he carry that into 2025?
Yeah.
How will the BIC bounce back after getting defeated on their home soil, if you will? How they bounce back from that? Obviously, you want to see a healthy Huff because who knows what happens if Huff is healthy, and of course, will he be back on the U or will he take his talents somewhere else? So definitely looking forward to seeing those things out there in the Northeast. In Florida, who can possibly give the Nightcrawlers competition? Can anyone in Florida give the Nightcrawlers competition? Also, I would like to see California get back in the mix. Obviously, I would love nothing more than to have a Northern California Bay Area division to coincide with, of course, the LA division. I would like to see either some of our neighboring states, as 2-5 talked about in the past, have a Utah or Arizona be a part
I'm
of
telling you, why not? They got ballers out there. They
have
got
a
ballers out there, but they ain't got nobody that's. I mean, we like I said, us as a unit, we really got to tap in the same way. I feel like the same way. I mean, Nevada became Nevada. All these other places ended. I mean, and it was in a short period of time, right? Granted, it started with one team, and then we branched off and made more teams. You feel me? Like they got potential to do the same thing, but it's like it starts with somebody. Get one team, build one team that's able to compete with surrounding areas. You feel me?
Mhm.
And then that way, if we're able to, get them to compete against surrounding areas, now their groups where they're at is like, hey, this team put on, so now let's get 3 more teams. You feel me? And it's possible. I think it's very possible. But again, people got to know the right steps and all this other stuff and so on and
Yeah.
so forth, but also have the actual foot soldiers behind it to make it possible.
Yeah.
and also have the backing to do it.
Yeah.
The most important thing. But also
Yes.
out here, out here in Nevada specifically, can the Insomniacs continue to add to the mantle and keep their residency with the trophy? Um, That's always that. That's the big question. Can they join the U at the table as 3-time champions? But more importantly than that, be the first to ever three-peat in this league because it's never has happened.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Insomniacs, as we've known them since 2023, have done some fantastic things. They've gone back to back. They've tied the U for the longest winning streak in league history at 17. But the question is, can they once again join the U at the table and say we got the same amount of trophies as you, but more importantly, to be that first to three-peat and not be a Northeast team to do it? That's obviously the big question on everybody's mind is,
Yeah.
can the Insomniacs do it, or who's the one team that thinks that they can deny them the three-peat?
Yeah.
That's the burning question. A lot wants to know, and again, all that starts on March the 16th when season number 11 opens, and we throw it off as once again the quest for the ASNFL Championship Trophy begins yet again. Interesting to see where they're going to have the championship game for 2025. I haven't heard anything about that yet, but I'm pretty sure once it comes together, I'm sure they will let us know and we will find out. But for you,
Yeah.
Zelly, what's your resolutions, I guess, or hopes and wishes for the league for 2025?
For the league, I want to see it continuously grow. Um, I definitely want to see players that I know that can step up. I want to see them step up. Um, I want to see teams and players become their own, like start to become of their own. Start to have more confidence in themselves and things like that. For myself, it's just getting back 100% healthy, and I really this like kind of like my selfish side. I really want to try to be the best 3-on-1 coverage guy in the league this year, starting with our division.
Got to find somebody to actually throw it.
Come on. You see my caps. You see the caps at the bottom, right? Let them
him
play.
play.
Hey, you want to know some funny shit? It's funny shit though. Like no bullshit aside, right? It was half of your team that didn't want me to play.
You're lying, really?
Go read the post.
What is it, like a post from back then?
Yeah, I'm posting. I said, hey, like it was along the lines of, people like, should be able to play. You feel me? Like if they're no matter who they are, you feel me, they should be able to play. Why not? You know,
I think
depending
I
on
think you should. I think you should. I really do. I feel like you make the game better, especially for returners. You make us have to think, about what we're going to do. And I'm not kissing ass or blowing smoke. Everyone else that's throwing me the ball, like I know I can get to the 50 and not think about it.
easily
I
anybody
just got to
look,
go.
bro, you can score every fucking time. And I was even telling you this shit
Yeah.
at matter, you feel me? Like I was telling you, it's we've talked, right?
Yep.
You should have easily been scoring on most of your returns. You feel me?
I agree.
Because of how weak I considered the 3-on-1 to have gotten. You feel
Yeah.
me? Again, that's because everybody just thinks it's just on. I'm just gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it to the motherfucker, right? The motherfucker that's supposed to. I'm just gonna throw it to you. Here's a bullet pass at that. You feel me? It's like a fucking line drive where it's just like, oh, here you go. Phew. By the time you fucking like you get the ball, they're already like you're already taking the fuck
Yeah.
off. They're barely
You're
getting
ready to
past the
start.
50. They're
Yeah.
barely getting past the 50. You're catching the ball at like the 35. You should be scoring every fucking time.
Yeah. I agree. Some stuff to work on. No excuses.
No,
I
you're
took it
good,
to
man.
heart. I took it
You're
to
good.
heart.
It's just
And
it
no,
shows how
you know me. I
deep
like, I
this
like
shit
the
is.
feedback. You know me. I like the feedback. I'm coachable. You talk to me. Like I said,
Yeah.
we talked. You know, and I feel like towards the end of the season, Donnie was doing great. Even Cody was doing great, and I was like, I want to try to get on 3-on-1 coverage, and it was hard because we got some we got some good guys. That's just the truth. And I know when they said, "Hey, go back and try," I know I had to make a statement, or show that I'm not scared to hit, and sorry, laugh was on the end of that, but
Let me ask you a question though. Where
yes,
where do
sir.
you guys Where do you feel like you guys lack as a team? Where do you guys fuck what everybody else got to say?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you know what I'm saying, feel like you guys lack? Not something you guys discuss,
Mm-hmm.
your personal opinion.
We don't take it serious at first. You know, like we took it serious towards the end when it was playoffs, when it was win or go home.
Crunch time.
You know, yeah, there you go, crunch time. Like I don't think we took it. I don't think we were taking it serious. You know, besides that, I don't know. I think everyone just knowing their role, know what they bring to the team, and just knowing when your number get called, you gotta perform because there's someone else that could do that same job or better than you. You know, um, I want to see us repeat. That's my goal. That's my motivation. You know,
And run through somebody.
in the weight room. Yeah, I ended up losing 10 pounds because not when that 190 was killing me. I felt every pound. And then the old dude, I think ice cream truck of BIT said, he said, "Are you buff or fat?"
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Right
So
there. Wow.
that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I
And
thought,
try being 280.
nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I felt every pound, that's for sure. You know, but for myself, I just want to see myself get better and produce more, be more consistent. You know, yeah,
I like you on the 3-on-1 coverage though.
yeah, I
I like
like it.
that. I like that for you.
Every time I go back and watch that game against BIC, anytime me and 30 Mac was
Cannon.
on the field together for 3-on-1 coverage,
Cannon.
we were in sync. In our shuffling, our moving, we're in sync, and it's just crazy. And we didn't. That's something you can't plan or teach or coach that. But we were just in sync with our movement. It was like we were like copying each other, you know. And when I get a shot, you know, on 3-on-1 return, you know, I got Sonic, you know, that's Danye. I got to be Knuckles. So
So does that make
Need you to
Cannon?
run through shit.
So does that make
yeah,
Cannon shadow since he doesn't like to show his face?
yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
not clowning. I'm just
No,
asking
I
a
like
question.
that. I didn't think of that. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah. But besides, I'm just looking forward to. I'm praying for a healthy year, like for our league and outside our league. It was a lot of losses towards the end of the year of 2024. Not just I prayed that we don't see too much of that. I hope none of it, you know, but it's part of
Amen.
life, you know. But I hope we
Amen.
don't see. I hope we see
Amen to
very
that.
little of it this year, you
Amen to
know.
that.
So besides that, just I hope everyone gets what they need. You know, hope everyone achieve what they want to achieve and accomplish. I pray for health and strength for everyone, especially you know Junior. You know that everything continues to go well with him and you
Amen.
guys 2-5.
Amen.
Um, I want to see I just want to see us like as a division continue that camaraderie, and I want to at the end of the day, I think lastly I want to see 2-5 play. I want to be able to look across the field when I'm returning and he's throwing the ball to me. I want to see that one more time.
Zelly,
Even if it's just one more time. You know what I'm
why?
saying?
Why? It's not even worth it. I'm not. It's not even worth it.
He wants your competition. That's why.
It's not worth it. I'm not good enough. All right.
You
I
just
don't want no
yeah,
parts.
ain't trying to hear none of that.
I don't want to. I don't want no parts of that. Okay.
Yeah,
You.
I
I got
think you
my
know
money.
Miles did a
You
good job. I won't say replacing you, but stepping up in your place. Um,
But he's not the
I
equalizer.
no, mm-mm. I can't think of anyone else like that was good at throwing the ball.
let's why we did see this is why I don't want to play anymore, okay? Because then when we start talking shit like that, right? I said they came out with all these fucking lists, right? Why wasn't there never a 3-on-1 thrower
It
top
should be.
7 list? What's
I
up
agree
with
with
that
that.
corporate?
Hold up.
They got to show the special teams
hold
more
on.
love. Just
Hold
I
on.
don't
Hold on.
fuck
hold
all
on.
that. Did I
Go
miss
ahead,
something?
Dub.
No.
Go ahead, Dub.
You might just gave us an idea for episode 118.
I'm saying though, what's up?
It should be like you got the 301 return. You should have a 301 thrower, a 301 coverage guy.
That's a heck of an idea. That's a heck of an idea. That
Come
that
on.
is a
I
damn
think
good idea.
it's in my opinion, if you do something like that, like you have like a top 7 for the thrower, top 7 for the returner, top 7 for the coverage guy, it makes special teams. Those guys play special teams wanna, I guess, like more motivated to make that list.
Well, we did the returners, so okay. So hey,
I'm saying, well, the coverage and the thrower.
That's a good idea. So I suggest that maybe 118 we should have the top 7 throwers of the 301 return, and that's a hell of an idea too.
Nah.
That's a hell of an idea.
Why not? It's a lack of recognition across the board for a lot of positions, and that's why a lot of guys don't necessarily tune in. That's a lot of reasons, or a lot of guys don't seem to want to find themselves wanting to play anymore because we talk about the same fucking guys every time we talk. We talk about the same fucking shit every time, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, that's just saying, yeah, those guys are still producing. You feel me? So of course we're gonna respect them, but at the same time, you have those guys that put 100% work really into their craft and don't just necessarily roll off the couch. You know what I'm saying? Those are the guys that's looking for people to link up with them and get some work in. That's looking for them the mentorship from these championship contender teams. You feel me? So it's like they don't necessarily feel I don't want to say appreciated because that's kind of sensitive. You feel me? But it's just a lack of recognition of, like I said, them trying to at least perfect their craft. They don't have to be the best player of the week. You feel me? But shit, hey, we see you working. We see you trying to improve. You feel me? Yeah. Like there's other ways to look at people. You feel me? And in their positions to where it's like, okay, our position finally got a spotlight on it. That's going to make me work even harder. You know what I'm saying? I had certain guys that were a part of these throw-offs where they was hitting me on the back end like, hey, how do you do this? Or how you do that? Or how you do this? Yeah. But the only time we would really speak on them is if they were spoke on. You know what I mean? Or they came across as like, hey, why y'all not talking about me? And now they attacking us at the booth and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you feel me? Let's get the guys what they want, you feel me? And be able to give them the recognition, even though they're not technically the face of whatever we're speaking on. They don't have to be the face, but they're willing to compete against those faces.
Exactly. It makes it more competitive, for sure. It makes it more competitive. I agree with that 100%. You know, they said I kept hearing that week leading up to us going to the East was pack money, and he returned.
Why the fuck is he number 3?
Yeah, and that makes no sense, bro.
Why is he number 3?
That makes no sense, bro.
That's what you was waiting on, Zelly. I know it. Why the fuck is he number 3?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Who was 2, Dub?
All right, hold on. 2 was Savion.
Yeah, no. Sorry. I like Savion, but I think Pac Money was better. But Savion did carry his team. He did carry his team.
Yeah, but in a sense, they stopped really using them.
That too.
Correct.
They stopped really using them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because he wasn't back there that much towards the end, returning.
No, not at all.
I would have put Pac Money 2. I would put him 2.
I would have put him 2. I wouldn't have put him 3. That's what I'm saying. There's a couple guys that shouldn't be in certain positions, and like the shit could have been moved around just a tad bit if you really broke down film and what guys was really producing. You know what I'm saying? Vegas did what's his name? Said his name so many times. Huh?
What team?
Force 14.
Oh, Webb.
Oh,
Webb.
No, 14.
No, who's Webb? Webb's number 4 or something like that.
No, Jay.
No, Webb was 12. He was a returner.
Yeah.
Exactly. What number was he?
12.
On the return
No,
list?
on the list. He was like
Oh,
6 or 7 or 6 or
what was
5.
Webb?
Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Hold on.
Webb got way more busy than a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely agree he was low on the list.
He was definitely low on the list. He should have been like at least top 4.
No, he
I
was number
agree.
5.
Okay, well he should have been at 4.
Okay,
Who
so
was
where
4?
would you- Quanny Morgan. So where would you put Quanny Morgan at?
Who the fuck is that?
From the
Who
animals.
did he play for?
From
The
who?
animals. The
Oh,
animals.
okay, nah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He got to go. Look, okay, he goes to 3. Savion got to go to 5. Am I?
So
Because
Kanye
of the
1,
lack
Patrick
of the lack
2.
of the lack of returns that he repetitions that he really, you know what I'm saying, had.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys that are on that list were the guys on their teams. You feel me? So it's like, again, take Lavish. Yeah, Lavish definitely was. He did his thing, but he wasn't the Lavish that he was a couple seasons ago, which we all knew, and he's even working on it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure once he saw his name on the list, he was like, "Yeah, I got to get back to that spot." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, again, there's people who shouldn't be where they're at, and that's not a knock to them, but it's you could tell people made this list. Somebody made this list.
well, now,
I
This-
agree.
well, now we will come together and put together another list as Live with 2-5 came back and dropped some passion and
Knowledge.
dropped. You know what? Why don't we just add another
Bro, he
list to it?
talks so much. He talks about everything, and he just doesn't
Dude.
stop. Fuck, I just sit here. I'm
301,
So
301
next week,
thrower,
next
301
week we'll bring
coverage.
you the top 7.
I'll go coverage too. Go coverage. Hey, Dub, we got to do coverage too.
And I don't got to be on the list. I don't got to be on it. But
Even
I'm
if you
coming.
was, I mean, we can be honest. It would be low. You feel
Yeah,
me?
100%. 100%.
But that's low, at least the way I would judge shit, because it's not that many coverage people to be like, oh, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
right? Because if there was, half you motherfuckers wouldn't be getting to the 50. I'm just saying, you feel me? So there's not too much. Just like even with throwers, there's not too many people that you can put on the list. You know what I'm saying? But when you speak on, okay, damn, this is what this person is capable of doing, but you would want to see more. You feel me? I would want to see how you go up against, let's just say, like it's speed on speed. You feel me? So I want to see how you go up against Savion. I want to see how you would go up against Webb. I would want to see how you go up against any of the new potential returners that's coming out that we don't even fucking know about it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
agree.
it's cool.
I agree.
Well,
I
there
agree.
you have it. Final thoughts, gentlemen, before we put episode 117, put a bow on this episode. Final thoughts from both you gentlemen.
Go ahead, Zelly.
Let them play. That's all. That's all I got.
2-5, what you got?
Shit. Glad to be back. You know, glad to be back. Feels good. Uh, much needed. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the welcome. It's always like I never left. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we can do from here on out.
Well, definitely glad to see you back on because I know you've gone through some stuff. But I mean, as I always tell people, you still get to put pen and paper. You still get to write your story and write another chapter. That's always a good thing. Appreciate Zelly for coming in and backing up Corey, as Corey unfortunately had some technical issues, which hopefully that'll be fixed. But once again, just our thoughts and prayers to those in Los Angeles dealing with those fires. You guys, please be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Make sure your loved ones are okay. And also, it does not hurt to check up on them every once in a while because, you know, we all can use a check-in and to make sure that everybody's okay from time to time. With that said, from everybody here from the other side of the ball, a part of the other side of the ball network, we thank you for tuning in and watching episode 117. We will see you next week, and we will see you on the other side of the ball. You guys take care of yourself and each other. Till next time, holler.
Oh, it's this way. 2-5.